Good morning from Sacred Space at Titania's Route. It's 1:31 a.m. on the 27th of October 2023. Yeah, not sleeping, which is astonishing given how exhausted I feel. I had a very bad coughing spasm about an hour and a half ago. And yet again, I have not died. You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. It's getting ridiculous. But I must say that I'm incredibly impressed with myself. Not only did I get through this COVID crisis, I mean, it's not really a crisis because I'm not as sick as I thought I would be. But not only did I get through it, you know, alone, apart from Lynn coming to visit me at great personal risk, mind you, to bring me some pfeffernusse and a packet of biscuits. And I tell you what, Lynn, I really appreciate those pfeffernusses. I ate them and ate them and ate. I was voraciously hungry yesterday, even though my fever had broken. I was just wanting to feed. I fed all day. I was having pizza because I bought pizza the night before as well. And and I just ate and ate and ate and ate. And I wasn't actually holding my food down, but gross, I know, but that's how it is with me, with my body. And so anyway, I ate and ate, and I actually was still feeling hungry. And then late in the afternoon, yesterday, I was like, pfeffernusse, and I just scoffed into those, and then I was like, stop it now, Tanya. You're trying to heal your body, not feed yourself like a stuffed Thanksgiving zombie turkey, which is sort of how I'm starting to feel. Like I should be giving thanks for the fact that I'm alive at all, and stop drive turkeying my hide when I'm an actual zombie. It's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous, people. But I did all this alone, apart from the visit from my beautiful Lynn, who loves me dearly and has rung me every day to basically check on me, and rang me this morning. Actually, when she rang me, it can't have been in the morning because I had a shower sort of quite late morning, about lunchtime-ish. But anyway, when she rang me the first time I was in the shower. And then when she rang me, I was actually gasping for breath because all the steam from the shower, the humidity or the steam just sucked all the oxygen out of my lungs. So I was like, she's like, your breathing sounds terrible, Tanya. And I was like, oh no, I'll be fine. I just had a shower. But I must admit, I was a bit breathless for a few hours afterwards. I was like, that was a bit risk-taking, but I really needed to have a shower because I'd sweated so much the night before. So anyway, and then compound that with this very late afternoon, or really this evening, we finally got a bit of a thunderstorm. Still not really much to speak of. We got a bit of rain, but on top of that, I got compounded with thunder asthma, didn't I? So that smashed me down a bit too. But I have gotten through this COVID and thunder asthma and other berserker Vicar Queen madness without resorting once to headache tablets or paracetamol, not even to to try and settle down my fever. I just kept throwing a cold face cloth on my eyeballs. Mind you, my eyes they're very sort of sore and dry now. And I don't have a fever, but I'm a little tiny bit warm. But I think it's just exhaustion, quite frankly. But I did all this by myself. No pain relief, no antivirals, no... I wish I could have got hold of ivermectin, though. I think ivermectin might actually help drive something out. I mean, it's a worming tablet, isn't it? It'll drive some parasite out of you. It wouldn't hurt. I think the way they downplayed it was just awful. But You can't buy it on the shelves here. It's ridiculous. Unless maybe I ask a vet. Are there any vets out there? This is Psychedelic Dreamer, and I'm determined to survive on this hellscape planet. Can somebody get me some ivermectin? I'm sure I need a bit more than ivermectin, people. But anyway, I have got through this alone without any medical intervention, is what I'm saying. I didn't call an ambulance. I didn't involve the authorities. I didn't fall apart at the seams. I just stayed very, very calm and resolute and thought, if I die, I die. And then on top of it, this was yesterday morning, I set up the Grim Reaper toy for Halloween. Stands about 6 foot. I set him up and I put him outside, and then I realised it kept falling over. And so I went and got star pickets from my garden, which were quite heavy when you don't have much oxygen. And I dragged them right through from the back garden down the front, gasping for air the whole way. And I got a hammer, and I hammered the fucking star pickets in. Not very deep, but they should be fine, I hope. And then I tied the Grim Reaper to it. And then I set about tying his head on, because the head keeps falling off. And then I got him all set up. And then Lynn was on the phone to me as I was hammering the star pickets. And Lynn's like, you just got to, pace yourself, Tanya. Be gentle with yourself, Tanya. You know you're not well. I'm like, hammer, 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 hammer. And she's just like going, yeah, you'll be fine. And I'm like, I'm dying. I'm overcompensating, but I'm dying. Anyway, I did that. And then I did have a bit of a funny turn because it was too much for me. So then I had to sit down for a little bit. And then, oh yes, that was the next thing. I said about putting tying his head on. And set him all up, the Grim Reaper. I thought the timing of him arriving in my life at Halloween was very appropriate, given that, I'm called to the vortices of, between this world and the next. And, skirting that drain yet again. And, anyway, it's got to the stage now that even I've realised how freaking supernaturally powerful I am. It's like death won't dare take me, because I'll just go, nah, fool, not today. And I've been doing that all my life, really. I mean, my life hasn't been all that pleasant when you think about it. The chronic illness and the chronic evils that I've endured. But anyway, so then after all that, it was a very hot and sticky day too. I went and I've been watching a show called Bodies on Netflix, which was actually a very wonderful storyline, and the way they was about time travel, wove the stories in and out of 3 different timelines, was just brilliant. And I was sitting there on the couch thinking that this evening, someone needs to tweak the timelines so we can all have a better outcome for planet Healthscape, But I don't have the power to do it, I told myself. But then I just performed another miracle, pulling myself up from, a dangerous, potentially life-threatening illness with my asthma and my comorbidities, fighting off COVID by myself, little old me. And so I am capable of tweaking timelines and creating a whole new paradigm for myself just by will alone. But of course, we won't get too egocentric, because I'm not God, and someone else is in charge of this reality, or this unreality. But anyway, yes, so there were a couple of times during the day yesterday when I felt quite fragile and was having like tiny hysterical conversions or seizures, which was a bit confronting because it meant I was really low in oxygen. And I was like, oh, here we go. If I end up in that hospital, they will kill me. I'm quite convinced of it. We all know about the midazolam and the barbiturates, don't we? So I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I just have to fight for my right to stay alive and healthy on this planet. And I have to do it for and by myself, be self-determined, and I have to be strong, and I have to let go of all hope for a gentle, safe landing because it hasn't happened, and yeah, just hope for the best. And I've got through it, I think. I've got through it. It's weird that I can't sleep tonight, though, because I should have been exhausted, especially given how activated I was in the morning, lunchtime-ish, when I was putting up that little dolly, that big dolly, that big Grim Reaper dolly. So, haven't heard from, from anyone. It's like odd, just a bit odd. But yeah, Linda did ring me, and then she did message me later on with a video about Terence Hill, which was quite funny actually. And that's my only interaction with the outside world today. And yeah, I've got lots of things to think about my future and where I want to go. But I haven't decided yet what my next course of action will be because, quite frankly, right now I'm too ill. I'm still kind of riding the edge, the knife's edge, because it should be day 6 now. We're beginning day 6 of COVID, and because of my lungs the way they are, I don't know how long I'm going to be sick for. Other people have only been sick with the current strains for about 4 or 5 days, I believe. But I mean, I can linger on for months with my lungs. If I take a hit to my lungs, it can take me weeks and weeks to heal myself. So I am a little bit worried about that, but not too worried because I know that that's quite normal for me. But yes, the energy and the drive and the motivation even to put up that statue of the Grim Reaper was astonishingly intense. And quite frankly, I should have been in bed resting, and there was no need to put that thing up yesterday. It could have waited a few more days. I mean, Halloween's not even till Monday, isn't it? Tuesday. Here we go. Oh, excuse me. So, yeah, but I was determined for some odd reason. And I kind of see the sense of humour underlying it, my dark sense of humour. It's like, oh, well, death wants to visit me. Here you are, plonk him right out in the front yard. Fuck you, death. And that fourth horseman of apocalypse that you rode in on. Oh, whatever. You have to laugh. It's kind of insane. But, as I said, I'm grateful I've got through it by myself. And, it's like a mantle's been cast around my shoulders, like a cloak of superhuman extra strength and mana gifted to me by the gods and the ancestors that love me. And I'm very conscious that I don't recognise myself anymore. I don't know who the hell I am, I'm capable of doing great things, even and especially when I am my most depleted and vulnerable and ill. And maybe that's a trauma response, or maybe it's spiritual, I don't know, but all I can say is, wow. And on that note, I'm going to sign off because I was going to make a much longer video and rave on, but my throat's dried up and I'm actually tired. So I just wanted to give you an update that I'm not giving in yet, people. Even though I have a lot of emotional detachment this time because it's been too many times done to me. With certain people in my life, I feel utterly drained and just, remote and detached. I know I can get through this life alone, and eventually the right people will stand by my side and be proud and happy to be with me. And I don't know who those people are yet, apart from my beautiful friend Lynn, who's never wavered. And there's been times when I've not been easy to get along with, I'm no angel. So I do comprehend that, but the times are changing and I'm ready to step into my new mission on earth, however that might unfold. I just hope that it's a gentle, caring, supportive, loving, life-affirming, nurturing mission where I'm surrounded by people who, vibe with me and jive with me and support me and care about me, and I can support and care about them and have trust that they're not going to kick me when I'm down. That would be nice, wouldn't it? So, should be very careful about kicking me when I'm down, because I'm far, far more powerful than I give myself credit for, and I've discovered that in the last 5 days, that even in the face of, another potential life-threatening event, I just fucking rose above it like a berserker queen without the aid of any medications or alcohol or Valium or anything. I just fought through it with creativity, making lots of videos, which was also kind of funny because I had a strike and couldn't post them until, yesterday, Thursday. So nothing stopped me. Nothing stopped me from fighting for my small, tiny, insignificant space on planet Earth yet again. So on that note, good morning from sacred space at Titania's realm. Sleep well when you get there.